Good evening, boys and girls, and welcome to a very special Auto Knows Better. Of course, it is one of the biggest days in the footballing calendar. It still gets the juices flowing. It is, of course, the FA Cup third round draw. As for Leeds United, of course, they've not won an FA Cup tie since beating Cambridge United back in 2016-17 under Gary Monk. A cup draw, a cup run would be brilliant. And, of course, joining me tonight to talk us through the draw, we've got Gilly. Good evening, Gilly.
Now then, how are we doing? You all right?
Very well. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad.
And we've got the bearded wonder. We've got Jay as well. Good evening, Jay.
Evening, mate. How you doing?
Very well. Thank you for joining me on this very special kind of show. I just thought it'd be a bit different, kind of reacting to the draw. As you can see there on the right-hand side, we've got some of the numbers coming out of the draw. The draw will take place in about 5 minutes. I'll just ask you both, how important do you think a cup run is this season for Leeds?
I think that we need to avoid anything like that, the way things are going. So I'm not going to be very disappointed if we don't win our FA Cup game. But, you know, when the game's actually happening, obviously I'm going to be wanting us to win, because I always do.
It's one of them, isn't it?
I think, outside,
you know, if you look at, but do you know, we're about to 100% agree with you. Then I'm going to retract it already before I even said it, on the basis that Adam made a really interesting point on the B&C about the younger members of the squad not getting an opportunity in the first team because we've not picked up the points where we should have.
Yeah.
And we're behind where we kind of deserve to be in the league. How are we going to get the younger players in the squad opportunity to get game time? Well, actually, in the cup. So you know, if we do get a middling side that is somebody that we can have a decent, you know, I don't want true lower league, because we'll get beat.
Yeah, and those young lads will get booted all over the place.
Well, we obviously saw last year the team that was put out against Crawley, and you kind of thought then it wasn't kind of priority wise. It's a difficult one, isn't it? Because of where we are in the league table at the moment. Will a cup draw give confidence to the squad and get some vital wins, or is it a case of staying in this league at all costs this season?
I mean, that's the point. It's the league, 100% the league, and I think you would really struggle to find anybody that would even risk that, let alone say that the cup's more important. I don't think anybody would say that. So, you know, we know that the league is all important because of the principle of the money that goes along with it, the survival, and you know, every single position brings in so much more money now. It's just crazy the amount of money that's in it until you're not in it anymore, and then how do you get back? And you know, we've been there, and I think that's for me, that has to be the important aspect. But I don't know. You said it in the build up, just as you were introducing us, from a perspective of the draw and the cup days. It really gets the blood flowing. You know, I still love the cup.
Yeah. I think that's a case for anyone, you know, over the age of 30. I think people still love the FA Cup. I think kids under that age don't really care anymore.
Yeah, and I think that's where the money, as you rightly say, comes into it, especially trying to get into the Champions League. And I'll use a prime example just before the draw starts. Leicester City won the FA Cup last year. They missed out on a Champions League place because they won the cup against Chelsea, and then they lost to Chelsea in midweek, and obviously Chelsea ended up finishing fourth in the Premier League. So it's very interesting to see if the cup has been devalued by teams wanting to stay in the Premier League and being Champions League and European places. So for me, I've grown up loving the FA Cup. I know our record isn't great. Last got to the, I think the last four of the competition in 2002-03, when we were beaten by Sheffield United, Neil Warnock. Sheffield United, dismal performance.
Oh, God.
We haven't been to the semis since 87. We haven't won the cup since 72. So it'd be nice, but I think obviously it's all massively important that we stay in the Premier League because of the way the money is. And I think we're now going live to Wembley on the screen for the FA Cup third round, 150 years. If you do follow a guy called FA Cup Fact File, Phil Annetts on Twitter, he is absolutely brilliant. He comes up with some fantastic stats. Big Leeds fan as well. So a big shout out to Phil there as we go live to the draw. We are doing this live, so I'll probably get it before everybody else.
I've got it on my telly as well, so I can see David Seaman there looking very Swiss. One thing I do want to point out is the BBC can get in the bin. They've not even listed us in what 12.
I noticed that.
Yeah.
I noticed that. We're number 21.
We are indeed.
Number 21.
I was going to say on a slightly related note, Stats, in response to what you just said then about Leicester and stuff.
Yeah.
Do you remember last season when we were all desperate to finish in that Conference League thing?
Yes.
Can you imagine if we were having to traipse around Europe now to arse end of nowhere to play these nobody teams when we've got to come back and then try and perform in the league? It would have killed us.
Yeah. It's like,
you know what?
We'd be bottom of the league if we were in that thing.
Stick, wouldn't we? We'd have had so much stick of. We shouldn't have played so well and got into that because now look
at exactly.
Like, look at Tottenham. They're in a Conference League competition they probably don't really want to be in, and they're playing teams that aren't very well known in much European circles. Lost to NKS Mura a couple of weeks ago, and is a competition you probably don't want to be in. But I think that's for another day. Look, the FA Cup does bring around obviously European competition, but it's great. But I think to me, I'd obviously love a cup run Kosovo because I've never seen Leeds even score at Wembley or in a final. We lost to Doncaster in 2008. Lost to Watford 3-0 in Cardiff, and then I was at Wembley in '96 for the Aston Villa debacle. So, David Seaman, Leeds fan, of course, started his career at Allen Road as an apprentice. Never got a first-team game. So let's see if he can bring us some good luck. I'm sick of playing Arsenal. I don't want to.
I am. I know. Me too.
You want
be nice to have an away day at some obscure place.
So who do you think we are going to get? Because I've stuck my neck out a couple of weeks ago and said I'm pretty sure we're going to get Millwall.
I'm going to stick my neck out here and say Derby County away because I still think.
I was thinking that. I was thinking that.
Let's, of course, Leeds are number 21, Arsenal number 2, Chelsea 13, Liverpool 23, Man City 25, the other one 26, Yeovil 45, Boreham Wood 58, or St Albans, Kidderminster Harriers never played them 59, Chesterfield, the team that Graham Smith used to follow, and of course, I think the one that a lot of Leeds fans want is number 64, Harrogate Town.
Pointed out that Graham used to follow them, but not that our skipper used to play for them.
Yes, good point out, skipper. Wonderful, my pal Liam. So yes, if he's watching, speedy recovery, of course, to both Liam Cooper and Calvin Phillips. And we'll talk about that later in the week ahead of the trip to Stamford Bridge. We'll probably could get Burnley because we played Burnley the week before the FA Cup, and sometimes it just works like that. But here we go, David.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
Won the FA
Cup.
when
you're saying about that random trip away, you're not thinking away at St Albans or Yeovil.
Oh my word!
God, no!
That's a recipe for disaster. That is.
But we'd still take a boatload of fans regardless.
Yeah, I've done it over Histon in 2008.
Be nice for Luke Ayling if we got Yeovil.
Yes.
Was it Histon when we first had the ITV's fucking shit?
Yes. Yes, right.
Might have been.
One of the boom mics got pinched and taken under stanchion, didn't it? Under stand.
Did it? I didn't know that.
Yeah, they couldn't find it to turn it off. Right.
Boreham Wood or St Albans City. Here we go.
Oh God.
And they are at home. Number 50, AFC Wimbledon. Not the obviously Wimbledon won the FA Cup in '88. Of course, Laurie Sanchez winning header against Liverpool.
BBC website's on some sort of delay, Gilly. What's going on?
Yeovil Town.
No, it will be.
Failing Derby.
Oh, yeah.
Well, last went there in 2009-10. 2 goals from Richard Naylor. And they have got AFC Bournemouth.
Bournemouth.
I'll tell you what, I'm going to give up watching it on the iPad because they've only just put the balls in the machine on this app. I swear to God, it's ridiculous.
38.
Could make a joke about it, sticking your hand in those balls.
Stoke City doing well in the Championship and Michael O'Neill. Had a good one at QPR at the weekend. And they are at home to number 52. And they will play Leyton Orient, who won 4-0 over Tranmere. I'm doing this all off the top of my head. I've got no notes in front of me.
You're a superstar, Stats. It's only what we expect of you now.
You're the only man who can.
Swan, we've got happy memories of going to the Liberty, of course. The goal that probably changed Leeds United fortunes. Are we going back to the Liberty? We're not. Swansea City have got Southampton. That's a tricky tie. Ralph Hasenhüttl not quite doing as well as he did at the start of the season at Southampton.
Get out, Rabbit Hutch.
13. Chelsea, please no.
No, I don't want to play Chelsea.
I'd rather not, thank you very much. And Chelsea...
We want to give the kids some air.
61. Chelsea have got Chesterfield. What a day out for Chesterfield.
Nice.
Oh, wow.
Went to Stamford Bridge. Chesterfield, of course, got to the semi-finals in 1997.
They'll be bamboozled.
Do you think they'll give them the takings?
Possibly, yes. I think they will. Liverpool, 23.
I don't want to go there either.
No, I really don't want to go to Anfield. Thank you very much. We're going there on Boxing Day. It's enough. And David Seaman has pulled out. Number 60, Liverpool, one of the favourites, are out to Shrewsbury Town. Last met Shrewsbury in the FA Cup in 95-96 at Gay Meadow, won 4-0 that day. Probably a similar scoreline at Anfield this time round.
You would imagine so.
12, Cardiff City. Ooh.
Cardiff, yeah. Oh, that's
by Steve Morrison.
Yeah, we don't have good memories of going to Cardiff either.
God, no, it sends a shiver down my spine.
33, we've not got Cardiff. They've got Preston North End. An all-championship affair down at the Cardiff City Stadium. Preston over just for Frankie McAvoy.
Wasn't it Cardiff in the cup that actually started signalling I'll slide down the table?
It did. 40 Coventry. Doing very well under Mark Robbins. Got beat at the weekend by West Brom, but having a really good season. And they are being sent... Oh, Derby County. There goes my prediction. Wayne Rooney's Derby County. They could do with a cup run with all the coffee.
Oh, County's still in draw.
Yes.
Oh, no. I don't want it. I don't want it.
11, Burnley are at home.
11.
Burnley will play number 19, Huddersfield Town. There you go.
Huddersfield Town,
there you go.
Rosie's battle for Carlos Corberán at Turf Moor. Burnley are not too sure to take the FA Cup too seriously.
Arsenal is still in. Come on, Arsenal, pull somebody else.
West Bromwich Albion, of course, we won there 5-0 last season. They're doing all right, I would say, under Valerian Ismail. And they will play number 9, Brighton.
Brighton, yeah.
Game which had a lot of controversy last season with missed penalties and all sorts at the Hawthorns last time out at Christmas. 59 is Kidderminster Harriers. Oh, hello.
Uh-oh.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Let's have a piece of that.
Are we off to Agbra? We're not. Reading, Kidderminster Harriers, who reached the 5th round in 1994, are at home to Reading in the Championship. Oh, 20 Leicester City. Oh, God, no.
No, don't want to go there.
Don't want to know Premier League affair. Leicester City are at home to 41, and they are at home to Watford. Ugh, dreary. Claudio Ranieri will go back to Leicester again.
Oh,
do you remember that playoff game though with those two?
Yes.
What a match that was.
Certainly was. 54 is Mansfield Town. We lost there in the League Cup in 94-5. Are we going to Field Mill? We're not. That is Middlesbrough. Played them in 2007-8, won 2-0. Did Middlesbrough at Field Mill.
Couldn't think of much more depressing day out than Mansfield.
Hartlepool. And Hartlepool United. Just inside.
Don't see Monkey Hangers.
7. We'll play Blackpool, the winners, of course, in the Bill Perry family.
7. Blackpool.
The Pool Derby.
Oh, the Pool Derby. They're still Arsenal in there,
East Coast versus West Coast.
Yeah.
20, Hull City.
20.
Oh, God, 20.
No, we played.
Away at Hull? Do we want to be away at Hull?
And they have got Everton. Oh, that's a tie Everton don't want at the moment under Rafael Benitez. The form isn't great at the moment. Got a big game against Arsenal kicking off in about 45 minutes' time.
Hull will probably be quite pleased with that draw.
Bristol City at Ashton Gate. Oh, it could be the Luke Ayling derby.
How many clubs has he got?
A lot.
I'd take that. I'd take Bristol.
18, Fulham. Another all-championship affair. I hope you're still sticking with
us. Arsenal are still in that draw.
We are. You know what's
40.
coming.
Tottenham.
Not his Spurs. I don't want to go there either.
No. Got to beat Nottingham Forest in the final. And they're at home to 48 and 48. Morecambe. It's not wise.
Nice.
It's Morecambe.
Nice draw for Morecambe.
Great draw for Morecambe.
Do you know, I almost kind of fancy Newcastle. Is that wrong?
No, Millwall.
It's us. We're out next.
No.
We're out next.
No, they've got Crystal Palace and a London derby.
Palace.
Oh, wow. Hopefully there'll be a tube strike.
Well, mine's gone.
47. Port Vale, we won there in 95-96 in a replay.
Vale, yeah. 2
goals from Barry McAllister. Thomas Brolin had a pat. And they're at home to Brentford. Oh, that's a possibility for a TV game at Vale Park. West Ham are still there. Of course, there are a lot of teams to be drawn, a lot of Premier League sides to be drawn.
Sheffield United's still there as well, I noticed.
Sheffield still there. Swindon Town. We went there in 87 when we got to the semi-finals. Now, are we going back to the county ground? Let's have a look.
I fancy that. It's a right hole, isn't it?
Oh, we're not. Manchester City will go to the county ground.
That's what a draw.
That's on telly, I'm telling you.
That's a good one.
That's a good one. Arsenal are still there, aren't they?
I'm getting nervous now, Stats.
51.
Wigan.
Colchester or Wigan?
Supports Wigan. Oh, no, I'm not going into
Could be Colchester yet.
And they're at home to Blackburn Rovers in a Lancashire hot pot of a derby.
Did Colchester lose that then? Oh, did they? Yeah, they played, didn't they?
They did. 24. Luton Town. To Kenilworth Road. I don't think we've met them in the FA Cup. Are we going to Kenilworth Road?
Kevin Nichols derby.
Damn you. I wanted Harrogate. Luton.
That would have been nice.
Every
Wait
time
till Harrogate Town fans get down there. They have to go through someone's house against them.
5. Birmingham City went there
Birmingham,
in 2004-5 as a championship club. Lost 3-0. They've got 62. And they are at home to Plymouth.
Plymouth. Plymouth beat Rochdale.
Who's managing Birmingham now? Is it Bowyer?
Yes. 26. So. Manchester United, please. No.
Oh, no.
Oh, God.
Hiding. Few. Aston Villa.
Oh, that's tasty. That's tasty.
Trafford drew them in 2006-7 at Old Trafford. Henrik Larsson scored.
Arsenal are still looking ominous up at
top. I
know.
Wolves. We're going to be the last out here, aren't we?
We usually are.
Getting to me here.
36. Sheffield United. Nothing draw.
I'm just looking at that list there. I've got a feeling about Posh.
Really?
Don't know why. Newcastle.
Oh, God.
I'd rather not.
I quite fancy that. I quite fancy that. I don't know why.
They are at home to Cambridge. That's an upset waiting to happen.
That's a long trek for them.
It certainly is. Arsenal are still there. Barnsley. Now under a new ownership, a new manager, Pierre, I can't pronounce his surname. Are we going to Oakwell for a Yorkshire derby?
We're not. We're still in there.
Ipswich or Barrow? Ipswich, of course, sacked Paul Cook yesterday.
Did they?
They did.
Yeah.
John McGreal in caretaker charge.
Okay.
30 to Peterborough United. Is Darren Ferguson.
I'd have that.
United again.
I'd have that. Come on, bring us out. Come on.
His nose out of joint.
United versus United. Come on.
46. Bristol Rovers. Why is it going to be Arsenal again?
We're going to get screwed here, aren't we?
Oh, there's the Becchio derby still there.
43. West Ham. No.
I don't want them.
I'm not happy at all here. I really don't want this.
No. And we're going to West Ham. What?
No.
We play them the week after.
Oh,
you did say, actually, didn't you?
Good night, FA Cup.
Oh.
Terrible.
I'd almost rather have had Arsenal.
No.
We played them the
I didn't want
after
Arsenal.
Well.
56 is Rotherham. QPR Rotherham. Why could we have had one of them?
We played them back to back. What a terrible draw.
Yeah, I'm not very happy with that. Charlton are at home.
Back to back v West Ham.
Unbelievable.
What? We literally played them the week after in the league.
It's always the way.
Of course, we've got Arsenal.
Charlton, Norwich, and then
That's deflating.
Forest at home against Arsenal. That'll be on telly. Yeah, is that what you said then?
Yeah.
Yeah, I reckon you're right on that one. Wow.
Well, that's us out the cup.
I'm disappointed. I'm not going to lie.
The thing is, he'll play a strong side. We know he will.
I know.
I think
probably end up winning cup game and losing league game.
I think the FA Championship start in London, end in London.
I'm feeling a bit underwhelmed by that.
Yeah, I'm feeling deflated. Oh.
But you never know. This Cup of the Year, it all changes. They're going to be after top 4 place, so they're not going to be risking.
They are, but they've got a decent squad.
But they are one of them clubs as well that you think are in that kind of hunt for a cup, aren't they now?
Yeah.
They're at that sort of level where they could win a cup realistically. So I don't know. I think he'll still prioritise the league, but we'll see.
I still think they'll have a strong team, and I think they went to Old Trafford in the League Cup and won. After all that excitement,
just beat Chelsea, didn't they?
Yeah. They beat Man City on penalties.
Someone tweet Seaman and tell him he's done us.
Get him on the club.
Come on, Stats, you've got contacts.
Well, one of my uni mates is media manager at West Ham, so I probably could get there. But
well, there you go.
It's just.
Remember last time we played West Ham in Cup, Stats?
League Cup in the 60s, we lost 7-0.
Oh, fantastic!
Brilliant.
So there you go.
I do love a good record. Jesus Christ!
So there you go. I hope you enjoyed as talking you through the FA Cup. I'm not best pleased with that. We're going back to West Ham in London, 2 weeks in a row. Great. I don't really know what to react to that. I think, to me, if you had to pick one of the games, you'd rather win the league game.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, absolutely.
100%. And until we're mathematically safe, nothing else matters.
Correct.
Yeah.
That's it for me.
I think Bielsa will now know, looking at that draw, he will prioritise the league game over the cup game.
I think so.
You think?
I think you've got to. I think, as we said earlier, and I don't want to devalue the competition because we all want a cup draw. However, it is massive for this club to stay in the Premier League.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. That is the only thing that matters. We have to get established.
Yeah.
We can't move forward until it happens. We're not a tin pot fucking yo-yo club. We don't want to be doing that shit.
We need to establish ourselves in the Premier League and do that first and then worry about... I think we'd have got a better draw. I wouldn't have been bothered. At least we didn't get Arsenal away, but it's still in bloody London.
Yeah, I know. We'll see what happens anyway. I wouldn't mind going to one of the London grounds for an away day this year. But
it'll be interesting to see. We'll get a load of tickets, but fans will probably want to go to the league game rather than the cup game with it being week.
I'd rather go to the league game.
Yeah.
I mean, I've tried a few times to get tickets and I've got nowhere for away games. Every time I get on the site, they're just gone. And it's insane. Or I've been too skint to bother, so I'm like, it's either one or the other at the moment. So hopefully I can get a West Ham ticket and go down there, but we'll have to see what happens.
Well, I hope you've all enjoyed that. I hope you enjoyed a little bit of stats that I was trying to keep intact with you all in the with the different games that are coming out. Obviously, the news from our point of view is we've got West Ham away on the weekend of January the 8th, 9th or 10th. We obviously play them the week later in the league game. So, let's see your reaction. I think it'll be one of a bit of deflation a little bit. If you're on a ground that you've never been to, and also fans probably never been there, and they will go there for the league game. It's just a bit of a meh kind of draw for me, but that's all right. We may be back for a fourth round draw in a few weeks' time. I very much doubt it. But I think it's prioritising the league over the cup. But Gilly, thank you for joining me. Jay, thank you for joining me.
No problem.
I hope you all enjoyed that, and I'll be back on, I think, this week sometime doing definitely Bacardi and Coke or doing anything that you need me to do. I'll be here. Have a very good evening, and we'll see you later in the week.
Cool.